Hey, Denny from Lake Benue, and we appreciate the opportunity to share some really exciting information. It was about 6 months ago, some of you shared, and I posted some stuff about doing a 300-mile bike and hike ride over the Camino, the trail in northern Spain. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, I'm down in the kitchen floor and have unbelievable mini stroke. There's some other problems. I'm going to be able to get it resolved. And then, it's about 3 days later after I get out, I have another problem back in the hospital. I've never spent so much time in the hospital in my life. So what happens there is that I realize all of the medical people are trying to treat you, which is good, but then I'm thinking about what happens next. How do I have a great, fruitful next 5, 10, 15, 25 years? And they're not so much the source of that. Hey, so again, the pyramid is the strongest structure in the world because the way it's built, you have all these interconnected blocks. But to construct your health pyramid, your blue pyramid, can be very simple. So I want to describe this to you with three basic simple things. Number one, it's very inexpensive. It's very applicable. You can apply it. You can start it tomorrow. And then for me, it's visual. So you've got to recognize what you're building, you will see, and then we actually will have a model that you can get the blocks and set them up, and they'll can sit on your desk or your home or whatever, and you see this as you construct it. Okay, so it is critical that your visual connection, and you know you're doing it, and you're putting in the blocks, and it becomes a part of your life and part of something that is meaningful to you because you see it all the time. It's not a piece of paper. It's not an app. We think that the biggest impact will be that it is a real thing that you can touch and see and put together. The second thing that is so critical in the overall design, this is a community, and it's also providing some motivation if you needed, support, assessment. There's also an element of this that would be a checkup. Okay, are you on track? Are you making these improvements? There's accountability. So it's a very simple system that has so many simple components that you really can see immediate, soon, quick impact on your life, as well as a long-term plan that will be very, very beneficial for you. Listen, I thought I was healthy as an ox, worked all the time. Boom, you're laying on the kitchen floor, you have a stroke, your arm doesn't, it's, those sorts of events I don't want you to have, although sometimes it takes it before you really can do that. Hey, my last note to you is that it's such an unbelievable experience when you go from a great exercise program down to someplace else, being in the hospital in 9 months. I don't want it to be that dramatic for you as it was for me, but lesson learned, and here's what we can all benefit from. You get a program, you get a goal, but you really got to have community. You got to have people together and looking at assessments and just a couple of things to make sure that you are continuing down the path that you need to be. One of the lessons I always remember going on the Camino, looking for this sign, life is about paying attention to the signs. Well, when you see the signs and you know you're on your path, then that's a good thing. And if you don't have some system, if you don't have some way to track, you're going to end up with a crisis like I did. It's very inexpensive. It's easy to use. You get to customize it. If you start down one path and want to make a different one, that's okay too. What happens in this whole process is very straightforward about you living a better life, a wonderful life, and what I wish for you is longevity and happiness. Thank you so much. So here's how to get it. If you'd like to start, send us your email to the link below that we provided, and we will send you the initial little thing by email you can get started on. Pick your one side. We'll go through some building block experiences and explanations, and you can get started right away. Thanks so much. Send us your email.